Listen, I love owning pets as much as the next guy, arguably a whole lot more, but I'm fully aware that if you're not careful, your pet can end up owning you. And I'm not just talking literally, even though there are reportedly cats out there wielding mind control tactics. You see, on average, people spend $1,500 a year on their pet, even triple that for those who use a doggy daycare service. Ruff. And while those furry balls of love and drool are worth every penny, you've got to know how to handle these pet-related expenses so the blessing of pet ownership doesn't neuter your finances. Or spay. We're all about equality here. So today, I'm going to the Nashville Humane Association for the Every Dollar Pet Adoption Giveaway. That's right, the Every Dollar Budgeting app is sponsoring this local event here in Nashville and covering all adoption fees for a four-legged bestie in honor of National Adopt-a-Shelter Pet Day on April 30th. And I'm talking to pet owner hopefuls about how to afford pet ownership. Spoiler, some of them don't have a plan. Before we head over, let's find out who's a good boy. So click those like and subscribe buttons and you might just earn yourself a TREAT. All right, we're here at the Nashville Humane Association, and we're talking to some hopefully future pet owners. Is this right?
Correct.
That's what you're here to do?
Absolutely.
Why are you guys getting a pet?
Well, I'm going to the Navy, and she needs a companion, so that's...
So this is going to essentially replace you. You know that, right?
Sometimes I think she loves them more than me.
Tell us your name.
Eliza.
And who's this?
This is London.
I don't know why I went to London to be like, tell us your name, London. Do you know what London's going to cost you year one in just expenses?
No idea.
But it doesn't matter.
No.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
You would get a second full-time job if you had
Yes.
to take care of London.
Yes.
Do you know how much it costs to get a puppy and keep it alive?
$1 trillion?
$1 trillion is close.
That sounds about right.
I try not to figure that out on how much I'm gonna spend because
It hurts your heart.
Yeah, it's a labor of love. So
That's true, and it's a labor of finances right there.
Yep.
I mean, startup cost a few $100s probably.
Okay.
Vet bills, so like maybe like $600
In a year.
I'm looking to spend about close to $20,000.
Huh?
Yeah, close to $20,000.
20,000?
Yeah, if I take care of something that I consider mine, I'm gonna make sure I take care of it. I gotta maintain it.
What would
That's
you
the
spend
point.
20 grand on?
Getting the hair done, clippings,
Getting
the right
hair
type
done.
of food.
Okay,
making
so
you're
you're going all out.
Going all out.
This is but you're
This
going
is my
bougie.
kid. The food that you see in the grocery stores that's in the coolers and down the dog out.
That's you.
That's what my dog is gonna be.
Wow. Okay, well the average costs about $1,500, so you're well above that, about 10x.
Yeah.
That's impressive. Who's gonna be covering the expenses for this dog? You have a job?
No. This
Okay.
There may be more allowance. There's going to be more chores that are going to be involved, so the allowance might have to move in accordance with that.
So you're gonna take an allowance cut in order to cover these expenses. You ready for that?
No.
He's rethinking his whole life right now. This is an existential crisis.
Life will never be the same for either one of them again.
How do you actually plan to spend the 20K?
Oh, so I already got me a spreadsheet together on what I'm gonna spend.
It's like kids, it just works out.
It just works. So you're just sort of like, fingers crossed, I'll work hard and the money will be sitting there.
Pretty much.
I don't think that's how it works.
Usually with the animals, I go on Chewy and I count up all of their expenses and then I set the reoccurrence to when I think they'll need it. So it usually ends up being like $100 a month
Okay.
for like the basics.
Do you know what flea, tick, and heartworm prevention would cost a year for this one dog?
No idea.
50 to 200 bucks, just on flea, tick, heartworm prevention. Okay, what about like waste pickup bags?
Well, I don't know. We use the grocery
like
store
diapers.
bags.
Oh,
but
that's life hack.
life
Yeah.
hack there. So
Do you have a favorite grocery store bag?
probably like a Target is like thicker, you know.
Yeah.
Target is the goat.
The Kroger
Yeah.
and Publix are kind of thinner sometimes. So.
Yeah, I have trust issues with Kroger
Yeah,
bags.
yeah,
Yeah.
they got holes in them.
100%.
She knows. Kroger, step it up. Okay, how about treats and toys? How much would you spend on treats and toys for this puppy?
All my allowance every single week.
You
All
heard
the
it.
allowance.
That's a lot.
Let's take a break from all the cuteness to talk about something less cute. Nope, not your friend's new baby who you have to call precious because you can't say anything nicer. I'm talking about identity theft. Did you know some weirdo cyber thief could get a hold of your online data and buy a whole litter of schnauzers in your name? Trust me, it's not as crazy as it sounds, and it can happen to you, all because some data broker sold your personal info. And that's why, to help protect my info on the web, I use Delete Me. They scour data broker sites all across the internet to find and remove your info. And Delete Me removed my info from a ton of shady sites, including some weird place called People Looker. Gross. And with my code, you can join Delete Me and get 20% off any plan. So get the deal and some peace of mind by going to joindeleteme.com/George today, or just click the link in the description. That's joindeleteme.com/George. All right, back to the cuteness. You guys, don't just do a tight shot on me. I'm talking about the animals. Chad, stop. Chad, stop. What will you likely overspend on for your pet? Like, what's the thing she's gonna go too far with?
My dog's gonna have clothes, so clothes is what my dog
We're
is.
talking like outfits.
Shoes and all. Raincoats, rain boots.
What's something ridiculous you plan on buying for your pet, if you're gonna be honest?
A sausage costume.
We do get Halloween costumes for the dog, so that she's probably right on that.
So regardless of what dog, it's gonna be in a sausage costume come October.
She's gonna have a really nice bed.
Oh, like a bougie? Are we talking like a Casper,
Yeah.
like memory foam? What are we thinking?
Probably like a crib size.
Okay, that's big. That's serious.
Well, I want her to have room.
Yeah.
I'm guilty of going into and paying full retail as opposed to doing something on Amazon because I like to take them in, and have them select the toy,
Like a local pet shop.
I may need to rethink my budget now that I'm thinking out loud.
That's
about
why
all
we're
these
here,
things.
baby. How would you afford an emergency pet visit? You guys have the money sitting there right now in a savings account?
Yeah.
You're ready to, he seems so confident. You seemed a little bit like, he handles it.
Yes, I just take care of it.
Wow.
We handle all the expenses and everything.
So
Okay.
I kind of have like a little,
Yeah.
if something was to happen, like I have a
Little savings
motherly
account.
fund.
So what I do is I have a sinking fund where I put money away every month in case something happens.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. Did you know that 42% of pet owners cannot cover a surprise vet bill of $1,000 or less
That does not surprise me.
without going into debt for it and putting it on a credit card? You guys would never do that.
No.
You're smarter than that.
That would not happen at all.
And Lily, you're never gonna put it on a credit card, right? You're smarter than that.
How do you do
Good,
that?
she said, what's a credit card?
What you said is very wise.
Well, the real question is who's rescuing who today?
The dog is rescuing both of us.
I think she rescued me.
I'm gonna rescue the pet, and then if it rescues me, I'm gonna rescue it more.
Wow, that's adorable. London, say nothing if you want to go home with this person. Nailed it. This is true love. So what should we take from all that tail wagging? Well, similar to most big moves in life, like buying a car, relocating your family, hard launching your relationship on Instagram, and yes, even adding a four-legged friend in the mix, not consulting with your budget before going all in could be a costly mistake. I know. Connie's kittens are so cute it hurts. But like my friend and mentor Dave Ramsey likes to say, if it's not in the budget, the answer is no. Now, don't let that scare you away from pet ownership. Just put it on pause until you can figure out a plan to afford it. And when the time is right, here are my favorite pet ownership tips to help you out. Number 1, remember that a pet is usually more expensive on the front end. Some of the big initial expenses you can expect when you first get a dog are things like the cost of actually buying a cat, dog, or ferret from a breeder, which could be thousands depending on the breed, not that I would know, or adoption fees. Unless, of course, you were at the Every Dollar Pet Adoption giveaway, in which case it was free. Then, of course, there's the initial vet exam and vaccinations, which could be $150 to $300. And lest Bob Barker teach us nothing, spay or neuter fees, of course, which could range from $50 to $200 plus. Number 2, work recurring expenses like food, flea, tick, and heartworm prevention into your monthly budget. In fact, I'd make a list of what your pet requires on a regular basis, other than snuggles, and adjust your budget accordingly. Number 3, this one's a hot take, feel free to skip the pet insurance. You see, most plans have high deductibles that you have to hit before expenses are even covered. Plus, your plan may not cover the exact procedure or medication you need. Now, if you're gung-ho on getting pet insurance, just do your research and due diligence, and again, work that ongoing cost into your budget. But here's another option. Start a sinking fund for your pet instead. So instead of paying premiums to the insurance company, just put that same amount in a separate savings account. And by setting aside a little bit every month, you'll be able to cover the unexpected pet costs when they pop up. As always, thank you for watching today. Make sure to share this with a dog dad or cat mom in your life and remind them that's not a thing. And it's not like having a kid, and never say that to anyone ever again. Oh, and let me know in the comments how much you spend on your pet every year. And if you like seeing what unsuspecting strangers have to say to me and a camera crew, there is more where that came from. Check out this video where I ask people some awkward money questions. It is peak cringe and YouTube gold. I'll drop a link in the description as well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.